Do you feel lazy? Do you feel you're trying to do something, but you're not able to take action? You want to prepare for your interviews, but you're not able to gather that action. You want to lose weight, but you're not able to be consistent enough to work out, to exercise, to diet every single day. Do you find this characteristic in you where you keep procrastinating things and keep being lazy? I'm here to tell you something very important. Listen to me carefully. You are not lazy. The problem is not laziness. In fact, I'm going to tell you even something more shocking. Not a single person on this earth is lazy. Nobody on this earth is lazy. It is just a matter of values. Let me clarify. But stay with me till the end. I'm going to show you how you can stop that lazy behavior, that procrastination behavior, and start taking action. Okay? So let's begin with something natural. Let's take an example, Devesh. What are you lazy about?
Gym.
Okay, I can tell. Okay, what do you feel lazy about?
Sometimes I feel lazy about work.
Give me something specific.
I feel I don't like doing the menial tasks.
Okay, so this is one of the mistakes we make. When we tell ourselves we are lazy, we tell ourselves examples like I'm lazy about, and then you give yourself a big thing, like I'm lazy about work. How do you handle that? The analogy I'd love to give here is, you cannot boil an entire ocean, but try boiling 1 cup of water. It's possible. So tell me one thing that you're lazy about, because I can't take care of the ocean for you.
Fair. I'm lazy about writing captions. Chalo.
Okay, done. So you're lazy about writing captions. And you said you're lazy about gym. I want you to write down in the comment section, be precise. On your notepads, if you want, you can write down, or write down in the comments as well. What are you lazy about? Now, I'll give you my example. I used to be lazy about going to gym. Now, the reason I'm taking the example of I used to, I'll show you how I transformed myself from being lazy to actually taking action. Okay, and hopefully we'll achieve the same with you right now with both of them. Ready? Okay, so you said you feel lazy about going to the gym. You're not lazy. I know you call yourself that in that area, but you're not lazy. The real problem is never laziness. The real problem is you don't value that. I'll explain. Whatever we value the most, whoever we value the most, you will always have unlimited TMFS for it. Time, money, focus and space. You'll always have hard work. You'll always have sincerity in that area. You'll be not only having sincerity, but I guarantee you one more thing. You'll have photogenic memory in that area. Like example, if you really value somebody, don't you remember their likes and dislikes?
Yeah.
Don't you remember their birth date? Don't you remember खाने में क्या पसंद है, क्या नहीं पसंद है? और याद आ जाता है. There is no lack of action. Laziness doesn't exist in that area. So let's take the opposite of this. Where does laziness exist? Where does lack exist? Where there is no value. Example, if today you did fulfill your goal of going to the gym, क्या हो जाएगा जिंदगी में? Will it give you a promotion if you went to the gym? You see what's happening right now? Like your mind's like,
I don't have any reason.
क्या हो जाएगा? Like the mind doesn't know, why should I go to the gym? There is no value to it. If you had better captions, what will happen?
I'll do better. The accounts will do a little bit better, maybe.
Doesn't sound very important to you. Maybe important to the accounts team, but not important to you for sure. Anything that is not important to you, subconsciously your brain will say, nahi karna mujhe. And that includes a person, that includes an action, that includes a situation, that includes a task. Anything in the world that you're not doing, the only reason you're not doing it is because you do not value it. So I'll give you a very good example of this. One of my employees, I hired her for customer service. And she started making a lot of mistakes. But she was the project manager in a pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
Now, we hired her thinking, project manager, pharmaceutical company means दिन के 200 emails तो खुद ही respond करती होगी. And she said she used to. Dealing with a lot of people, so very responsible also. Moment she got into customer service role, made a lot of mistakes. So one day, we were about to fire her. And then I said, no, nobody's lazy, nobody's bad. We've just put them into the wrong zone where they are doing something that they don't value. So she was not wrong. She was the wrong hiring for the wrong category which she doesn't value. So obviously from her job performance, I'm realizing that this work is not something she values, even though she said she does. But the reason she kept telling me she values the work is because actually she doesn't value customer service. You know why she joined? Make a guess.
She wanted a job.
No.
That's it.
No. In her case, she just wanted to work with me. So she kept saying, no, sir, I really value this. But she wanted to work with me, so I was the value for her. But that's not enough, right? So I said, okay, but what do you need to value in work? I realized she's a very good facilitator. She's good with people. So facilitation calls are where, for my platinum members, we do weekly 2 support calls in a day.
Okay.
Where the facilitator steps in and makes my platinum members practice things like affirmations, things like working on chakras, or these kind of discussions, question answers. So these support calls are done by one senior member in platinum and one facilitator who's been trained by me.
Okay.
So I shifted her instead of firing her from customer service role to facilitation role. It's been 1.5 years she's in that role now. I've hardly logged into my calls of facilitation to take care of anything. She's perfect. In fact, she's so good at it now that people send me compliments every day about her. That talking to Apurva ma'am is like a joy, it's a pleasure. I don't know what I would have done without her in my life. These are the kind of emails and messages I get today. But that's only because of support calls, something she values. So she values people. So is she lazy then?
No.
So question is, why did she convert into a suddenly hardworking, perfect person, photogenic person, sincere person suddenly?
She was not valuing what she was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why was she lazy earlier? Because she was not valuing that role. So whenever we are not taking action, you need to first identify what are you not valuing there. Now for that, the step 1 is, guess what? It's a cliche, but it's the most important step.
Think.
No. The step 1 is being honest. So you really have to be really have to be honest with yourself that, yeah, I don't, going to gym is not really important for me. Looks are not important to me, body is not important to me. You got to be honest about it.
Yeah.
Fair?
Fair.
Okay. You need to be honest about the fact that, yeah, captions are not important. That's the truth who you are inside. Fair? Now, the moment you're clear about it, step 2 is, now you need to choose. If it may not be valuable to you, but is it valuable to the environment such that you want to make it your value and you want to take action in that area? Or is it morally valuable that, for an example, it's actually good to take care of your health, but may not be to the extent where you become a model and creates 6-pack abs, right? So maybe you want to value it to the level it really needs to be valued and only give it that level of importance. And then you'll be able to take only that level of action. But for you, maybe that value is not there. So first step is honesty. Okay, it's not important to me that much. So then second step, decide how much important it is for you first. And be honest about that also.
Yeah.
So you tell me, would you like to be honest also with the second step about it is important enough to take care of my health?
Yeah. It is important enough to take care of my health.
Not to look good.
Not to look good.
Not to build abs.
No.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the real importance there for you?
The real importance is to be healthy.
What does that mean to you? What is the importance there?
That means to me is not feeling active at work also.
Okay, let me give you precise examples. How important is it that you're sitting in the office and you suddenly don't get stomach aches? Is that important to you?
Yeah. Extremely important.
Is it important that you're walking and suddenly you get so tired that you're not able to walk for more than 5 kilometers at a stretch?
Very important.
Important to you?
Very important.
So that is the importance of health for you.
Yeah.
And that is the only amount of time you need to exercise for.
Got it.
So then the step 3, how much action is required to achieve that importance?
Fair.
So you're not talking about losing dramatic weight. You're not talking about looking like abs. You're just talking about being healthy enough to do your work without interruption from your body.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes of walk every day would be enough.
Yeah.
How many steps is that?
7,000, 8,000 steps.
5,000 pakad lo. Do you think you can do 5,000 steps?
Yes.
I want you to look back in your past. Whenever you tried to walk 3,000 or 5,000 steps, were you able to do it?
Yeah. I was.
And whenever you tried to do 15,000 steps in a day, were you able to do it?
No, it was stressful.
Because it was not your value.
Yeah.
So remember this. What is not your value, not only are you going to be lazy in that area, it's going to become stressful for you. So same thing for you.
Yeah.
If you're honest about, okay, captions are not important to me, then the step 2 is it important enough for doing minimum caption work?
Yeah.
Now, first you decide yes or no. And if it's not, then it's okay. So is it really important enough even at the second step, or it's not important at all?
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we do it enough that we can have errors in it?
No. It needs to be error free.
Error free. But can you do 100% error free, or are you allowed 10% of errors?
No, it has to be 100% error free.
Okay.
It needs to it may not, so it needs to be bog standard at least. Punching up is where the skill comes in,
Okay.
or punching up is where the
aesthetics, the way the captions look and all
Yeah.
that. So we may not need to do that.
Huh.
So the captions need to be perfect, and even if it is bland looking, it's fine, but at least it's there. So is that important to you?
yeah,
Will you be able to do that?
yeah.
Now look back in your past, whenever you try to punch it up and try to make the captions look perfect, not only from error-free point of view, but from aesthetics point of view, you probably found your way to chicken out of that activity,
Yeah.
which then you call yourself tag as lazy. But you're not lazy, it's just that it was not important to you. But now if you see yourself doing it enough to just get the thing done, now,
Yeah.
see, you're not lazy. Okay, nobody is. I want you to write down right now, what's the one thing where you're lazy, and be honest with yourself. Is it important? Is it not important? Step 2. If you've realized it is important to some extent, to what extent is it important? Step 3, how much action is required to manage only that level of importance and fulfill that level of importance? Now you'll be able to take that action. But now comes the second and the most important part. In case in the second step your answer is, it's not important at all, then
You don't do it?
yeah, then you don't do it. Try doing it. Then you're going back to step 1, nah?
Yeah.
Which is what?
Doing it
Honesty.
from
Yeah, honesty. Like you're trying to lie to yourself, it's important to you,
Yeah.
and you're trying to do it, you'll never be able to do it.
Yeah.
The more you are aligned with your values, the more you are action oriented, you'll never be lazy in that area.
What if what my values are is not something that society values? So for example, what if I want to live an ascetic life? Like what if I want to
Sure.
just go to the mountains and eat?
Yeah.
That's not something society values. But
Sure.
how will I get food? Or
So now the important point is, what is more valuable to you? Your values are more important to you, or the society is more valuable to you? So what are you going to do? You're going to live your life tagging yourself as lazy, or you're going to be following the steps that I taught today to find out what your true values are? And if you would love to, come and join our Advanced Law of Attraction course, where we go into the depths of understanding what your values are. I'm giving you the first lesson completely free. Why? Try before you buy. Yeah, simple. Find out if it's really valuable to you, to align yourself to that extent that you can attract the kind of life that you really want in your life. Feel it, go through the lesson yourself, and then by the end of that lesson, when you realize how important this is for you, when you realize that this can change your entire life and help you align your inner values with your outer goals, then come and join us at Advanced Law of Attraction. And share this video with some of your friends who are right now lost and keep calling themselves lazy. They are not lazy. Go tell them and share this video with them. You don't tell them, share this video, because if you tell them, they'll get pissed.